everybody.
Hi there. Welcome back to the Lemon Sisters. And
Episode 2.
Episode 2. We've got a great day for you. We're going to be talking about how to bring the magic to ordinary life. And this week, it's about how to bring it to your workplace.
To your job. To either your workplace in a corporate office or a normal office, whether you're in a cubicle or an office with a door, or maybe you work from home and you have an office like Leanne has, where you can be a little more colorful with your choice of decorations and bringing the magic to your day.
Or even if you work at a retail place or honestly, wherever you work.
Yeah. So Disney teaches us at a very young age, even Snow White teaches us that we should whistle while we work. And that just helps the time and the work go by and you don't even think about it because you're having fun, just whistling away. For every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. You find the fun and snap! The job's a game.
Bum, bum, bum.
And every task.
Okay, we don't have to go through that.
Anyway, so even Mary Poppins teaches us that work can be fun. And you can bring that magic of Mary Poppins and Snow White and just Disney in general to your workplace. So we're going to tell you a few ways that you can do that.
Okay, so the first thing is, what if somebody walks into your office? How should they feel?
Well, the general feeling of the first time you walk into Disney, just kind of that happiness, that glee, that giddiness almost.
It's called joy.
Joy?
You were looking for the word.
I was reaching for it. Joy, that joy. They want to see and hear that joy. So what's one thing that you can do?
Live 365. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on your computer.
Yep.
You can have it wherever you want it. You can listen to it in your car if you've got an iPod and you can plug it into it, your iPhone or a Droid, probably. And I don't. But you can listen to it. Live 365 has thousands of stations, but a lot of them have just Disney specific to where you can listen to it. We listen to it all the time.
I have, just recently almost though, have an office now where I work, and I have it playing constantly in the background while I'm doing work. People come into my office to give me papers or files. They're going to hear some kind of Disney song. And some of my favorite, if you go to live365.com on your computer, just in their search bar, just type Disney. And you'll see a bunch of names come up, and it'll give you descriptions of exactly what's on there. So one of my favorites is Deluminations. It's Deluminations. And they're great because they play the park music, so you'll have like the loops of the entrance of Magic Kingdom. You'll have Epcot, their pavilions. You can listen to all like the World Showcase. It's really neat because you get to kind of really feel like you're at Disney, but you're in your office.
And you may not even notice when you're in the parks how everything is set to mood music.
Yep.
And so even when you're walking down the street or something's going on, that music is recorded. And they have them on all of these channels to where you can listen to them. They're one of my favorites. I like the Illuminations. It's my favorite. But Reedy Creek Radio is one of my favorites. They seem to have a lot of variety. Sometimes they'll do even whole shows like Haunted Mansion. And
that's a good one too.
Yeah, what's some of it? Peter Pan's Flight.
Carousel of Progress. You can listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, Country Bear Jamboree. So it is a great thing. People who do not get Disney may not understand it, but it really is something that can just lift your spirits and make you just feel great about your day, about your office, and it's your office, so you can listen to what you want.
And another one is if you have Spotify or another music program. Spotify is just the other one that we mainly use. You can get the free version. You have to put up with the commercials, which can be annoying, but they're few and far between. And you can make your own Disney playlist on your computer with that. So as you find songs of like maybe you like Tangled a whole bunch and you want to just listen to all of the Tangled soundtrack, you can do that on Spotify.
If you're working in a restaurant or you're working in a retail spot, when you're on break, listen to the Disney music on your phone or on an iPod or MP3 player. Another great idea is that we used to work in an office together.
Yeah.
We used to work for some eye doctors. And they had a playlist that they had. Well, they made the mistake of letting me take home the iPod.
And loads of our songs.
Disney music ended up on there. They hated it every time it came on, but I loved it.
And the customers loved it.
So, because it feels homey and it's something comfortable and brings you such joy. So, bring the music. We'll have the links to all these different ones that we like so that you can find them.
But that sets your mood. That sets your mood.
So once the mood is set in your office, what are some other things?
Well, you've already filled the sense of sound. So now you got to fill their senses of sight and go with some decorations. And as I mentioned before, Leanne's, this room that we're actually filming in, she has so many colorful, fun, bright Disney things that when you walk in, you just know this is a Disney freak that lives here.
Definitely. So I have lots of things. I have, as you can see, the pictures, you may be able to see them, the pictures on the back. I even got some art that was drawn by my brother of all my favorite Disney characters. So you can have all kinds of different things. I get them at the Disney store, but Amazon is a great place to find things. Yeah. Another
eBay.
one, eBay. You can just go on and look. Garage sales.
Oh.
You can find tons of Disney stuff at garage sales, so you can have and just deck out your office. You may want to go a little bit more calmer if you're in a really corporate setting, but it is something that you can definitely do. If you work inside of a, not in an office, you probably got a locker or you have a, something where you put your personal belongings. You can stick different, if you can find a little picture or something, put that in there too.
One thing she did is she had, what are those bands called? Those
silly bands.
Silly bands. And it was a Mickey Mouse, was it his silhouette, I think.
Uh-huh.
It was a Mickey Mouse silhouette, and because where we had worked together at, she was basically just sitting at a reception front, but it was like a general reception area, so she couldn't put all of her stuff there. But she had this one little Mickey Mouse silhouette silly bands. She actually had two of them, and she set them in the corners of the screen. And it was something small, no one else minded, and it brought her joy every morning when she sat down.
If your boss is a real stickler for things, and they're like, no, you can't put up Disney stuff, blah, blah, blah. A way to get around that is a calendar. They're not going to gripe at you for being punctual. So having a Disney calendar is something that's perfect, because then you can have it and you can see all the different ones, and they're great. A good hint for that is when those are done, when you get the calendar and the month is over, you can frame it so that it becomes a work of art for your wall.
And you may have only bought that calendar for $4, $5 at Walmart. I just got one for Christmas. It's a Thomas Kincaid one. I think it was like $10. And beautiful pictures that it costs hardly anything to just get a cheap little frame, and you like double duty, you just save yourself some money.
One of the things that we've seen people do that's really popular right now, and you can find it on Amazon, is wall decals. It doesn't put holes in the wall, but you can do a Disney saying, quotes from Disney, and they even have silhouettes and pictures of Disney characters. There's so many, you just don't even know. As a matter of fact, I got one for Mandy for Christmas for her office.
Yeah, and we'll actually insert a picture here of my wall decal, and it's very subtle. The walls of my office are kind of this beige color, and it's just a black saying by Walt Disney himself. It has a little Mickey Mouse head. It keeps it so classy because in my office I can't have too many bright, colored, flashy things. But you can have that. It's just a simple way to express your love for Disney, but still kind of look nice and professional.
Right. Some of the things that you can do is you can get a little trinket. This one is from 2008, and it's just Mickey holding a little sign. It's from one of our trips, and I think my mom actually bought it and gave it to me because I had so much Disney stuff. And so you can use this and just stick it wherever you want, on your desk or in your cubicle or wherever, to remind you of that good time and that great trip and those memories that you made. Another great thing is that you can get little picture frames. This one actually is, I don't have any idea where I got it, but it has a picture of our brother. Oh,
When you work there.
just kidding, I got it at the Disney store. So it has a little cutout where you can put a face in it. So I cut out a little picture of my brother. And this sits back here on my bookshelf so that I can see it when I come. It's always great to find pictures from your trip and get a picture frame and put it in there. Even get a picture frame from when you go to the parks, because then you've got that little Disney picture and then you've got the memory inside the picture.
Something that I have in my office is it's just a normal picture frame, but if you catch them, and stay tuned at Mandy's Monday Tips, because I might be showing these whenever I find them, is you can snag free collage pictures at Walgreens a lot. You have to kind of watch for it and do the time frame if they ask, but I made a collage picture of Lane and Tim and Libby, and of all them at Disney, and I have that up, and then I made one of me and Christopher as our honeymoon and our wedding where we're all Disney-fied, and my mom and dad as well. So I have those 3 collage pictures of Disney stuff, and that I was able to do for very inexpensive frames, and then the pictures were free, and it just adds a little bit of that Disney magic in my pictures.
Awesome. Well, what about if you sit at a computer all day?
Well, I do sit mostly at a computer all day. If you are a computer, one thing you can do is a widget. And what's a widget, you ask?
What's a widget?
What a widget?
Watch your mouth.
Hey,
Look, Mama's going to get you again.
What you can do is, if you have a Disney trip planned, or if you have some special event planned, you can Google and find, and we'll try to find one and attach it in the About section, but you can have a widget that is basically a countdown to whatever special event's happening. Maybe you want to count down to summer, or a countdown to fun. That's a Disney inside joke.
That's cute.
Like that. And you can do all kinds of things, or if your Disney trip's coming up, but they have specific Disney widgets that'll have like the balloons, and then it counts down the days, and it has like a bobbing Mickey head kind of thing. But that's a fun, and it's just a little ticker that goes in the corner of your screen and doesn't, get in your way or bother anything, but it's something fun to look at every day.
Something we did when we worked in the office together was, because I sat at the computer all day when I was there, and I changed my background to follow the seasons, but it was the Disney seasons.
Yes.
So every season I had a different Disney picture, and then if somebody left their computer open, they got Disney on theirs too. You just gotta spread the magic, really. So we did that. We put it on there, and we put it back so that everybody could see it, and that way they could see the background. And it wasn't, the customers didn't see it, but it was something that I could look at when everything was down, and it brought me such joy.
Another awesome thing you can do, if your company allows it, now be very careful because you don't want to get yourself fired or in trouble, but if your company allows you to be on the computer, or maybe you have a lunch break and you can do this, there are so many Disney fanatic pages. There's Disney followers, Disney vacation planners, just the Disney parks in general that you can follow on Facebook and Twitter. And even now, Vine and Keep, they all have these little video snippets that you can watch, and there's 30-second snippets. But if you follow some of them, then they'll give you updates. And even like Chip & Co., they do contests and trivia on like Thursdays, I think. But they'll do trivia, and you can like answer them back with questions, and that just kind of keeps the magic just throughout your day going, because you can look at their updates. If there's updates to the parks, they'll post them. One of my favorites is Inside the Magic. He is a podcast every Sunday, and it's on YouTube, but he also has his Facebook and Twitter posts it. And basically, it's an hour-long video, and I think, gosh, an hour long. If someone thought that I'm watching a video for an hour long, I'm not at work. But
don't fire.
Disclaimer. But I have it playing in the background, and it's basically just like a radio show. And he discusses what happenings happened at Disney that week, or what different things was going on. Special guests, like with Monsters Inc. coming up, their university movie. He has all kinds of stuff, information about them, and it's just a wealth of knowledge. And then you get to learn about things going on at Disney that you may not have known.
One of my favorites is the Disney Diva, and she has several different divas that blog and post things throughout the week, and you can find them on Facebook and Twitter. And I love to follow them. They have a lot of great tips and that you can follow, and they're just great. So let's talk about your desk.
Oh, wait.
What?
You forgot the most important person to follow on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube.
True story.
TheLemonSisters.com. That's our website. But you want to follow the Lemon Sisters on Facebook and Twitter because we're going to be constantly updating.
And Pinterest.
Oh, and Pinterest.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Pinterest. So make sure you follow us because we're going to be the best knowledge you can get on anything.
And so then what I was saying before is let's talk about our desk.
What about our desk?
So we talked about picture frames. We talked about little trinkets.
Accessories? Like
Accessories, yes.
Okay. So what?
What's some things you do?
Some things I use every day in my work, and so I wanted to kind of throw a little Disney magic in with my everyday busy work and stuff at work, is I have a Disney pin, I have a Donald Duck pin, and I have a Disney Princess pin that my secret sister got me at church. Cool. You know who you are. And they're fun because if you're signing, like I have to sign papers and checks all day long, and it gets kind of monotonous and boring, and the same old blue pen, the same old black pen. Well, now I have a Disney World Donald Duck pen that I use and I sign, and you know, it's fun, it's a conversation piece. People ask you about it, they'll smile, they'll chuckle, and it kind of brings out that little kid inside of you, so you kind of are giddier and happier when you use it.
So here's one of mine. This is my little Mickey Mouse. I used to have a Tinkerbell too, but I think she got chewed up by a dog. But how fun is that? If you're riding with this, it's great. You just don't let anybody steal your pins. So you go to Disney and you've come back and you want a souvenir and something that you can use at work. Well, here's an example. This I actually got from Disney PhotoPass. Disney PhotoPass can be very, very expensive, but I really wanted the memories to have in my everyday life to bring the magic home. So one thing I did is that I got this from the Disney PhotoPass, and what you can see is that it actually has 3 different pictures that I picked out from all the ones that they did. This mug cost me $19.99, somewhere around there, around 20 bucks. So it was a good little deal. Something that I can have 3 of the pictures that they took, plus I would have it I could have it every single day. And I just thought that was a great deal. Another thing that I did though is that I brought Mandy back a mug so she could use it at work every day. What was the mug of?
It is a mug of all the Disney characters in all the parks.
So one of the other things that you can do is you can have
a notepad.
A notepad. This is just something that I actually have sitting here in my office. I don't use it because it'd be sad to ruin such a great thing. But it's something that you can do is you can have, I've seen them to where they've been Mickey heads. You can find all kinds of desk accessories at the Disney store, on Amazon. You just Google it and you can find it all.
If you're in the Orlando area, there's so many souvenir shops I'm sure you've seen and known, or even if you're down there on vacation, make sure you stop by those shops because that's a great place to find the little trinkets, the pens, the papers, and even like little stress balls. This is actually a little hacky sack of Mickey, but I thought it'd be cute to show because it could be like a stress ball that you have, and you know, just kind of fun. How can you not be de-stressed holding Mickey?
Now, if you don't have an office and you have a locker or a cubicle or a just like a cubby hole to stick your stuff in, stickers. Get some Disney stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Stick those puppies all over the place. That way you can go and you can see that little thing of your favorite character of the princesses, whichever you want, so that you can see it and you can you set yourself apart as a Disney freak.
And you can still have your pins. I mean, everyone's going to need a pen for something. So you can still have a cute little Mickey Mouse pen or something like that with you.
Mouse pad.
Oh, mouse pad. When I started my new job, it was a big change for me because I've always worked in a doctor's office kind of setting where you don't really have your own space. So I was bound and determined to find the perfect mouse pad for my computer. And so I have a little Stitch mouse pad that I got on Amazon, I think for like $3-4. So if you go in there, it's a great place to find them, and you can just look for specific ones you want. But that's a great way that, it's a very subtle Disney thing, but having a little mouse pad there is a great way to bring a little more magic.
But you can also make them at Walgreens or Staples, Office Max, different places that you can see on the internet. We'll try to find you some links, but that way you can make your own. You can even use some of your pictures from when you were at the Disney parks and some of those great memories, and you can relive it.
And a great thing, if you want to do this, is the PhotoPass people, the photographers, if you give them your camera, they'll be more than happy to take pictures with your own camera, as well as the PhotoPass that they'll take for you as well. And that can help cut costs if you want to take your photo to Walgreens and make a mouse pad and things like that, because then you don't have to buy the pictures yourself. So, little tip for you there.
All right, now we've saved kind of the best,
hardest
for last.
Yeah.
All right, how do you deal with those people that you work with that just don't get Disney?
They don't get it.
It's sad. It's one of those things that we deal with every day in life. So you have to learn how to deal with those people. Sabotage.
Oh, sabotage.
That's what you do. You're sneaky. You go and that's what you do. You have to be sneaky about this whole situation. Get the joy of Disney in them without them even knowing. Pretty soon they will start whistling those songs and not even know it. They will go and they'll see a pretty little picture and be, oh, and then not even know it was the castle.
Before you know it, they start asking you questions about Disney, entertaining the thought of going on a Disney vacation.
And then pretty soon they will just full out be like, how did you get the Disney magic?
Tell me, how can I get the Disney magic too?
Okay, maybe it won't go that far, but seriously, it's a bummer when somebody's like, I don't like Disney. It costs so much money. Blah, blah, blah.
It's a waste of time.
Why do you... annoying.
The most worst annoying thing is, don't you know there's other places to go on vacation besides Disney?
Yeah, Disneyland.
Disney Paris.
I told you guys last week that we adopted our daughter in March of this year, but we got her when she was 3 months old. So we've had her for a year and a half now. And I quit my job when we got her, and just to stay at home because I didn't want to miss a thing with her. But before I left, I Disneyfied the place. This is the best tip that we have for you.
Yes.
It's called the Hidden Mickey. Do you guys know what Hidden Mickeys are? It's where the illustrators put little Mickey heads in places that you would never even know. Some ways that you can do the Hidden Mickeys is when I left, I put Hidden Mickeys underneath cabinets. I put them under chairs. I put them on papers. So that months and months and months they would just see my little Hidden Mickeys. I even put my little silly bands that Mandy was talking about, I taped them underneath cabinets so that they would always be there. So if any of y'all are watching,
I didn't even know. Okay, so another way that you could do a Hidden Mickey is if you're signing a paper or writing a note to a coworker that they need to get some information or a memo, you could just do a little Hidden Mickey. No one may notice it, but you'll notice there. And maybe somebody does notice it, and hey, bring them a little bit of joy. But you could just do little Hidden Mickeys on notes that you're sending out or a document that you're signing, different things like that. You can, if you find they have little Mickey stickers, if you can find little Mickey stickers, you can do those everywhere.
Well, the Hidden Mickey really is just 3 little circles, so you could use anything that's a circle.
Oh, yeah.
Another way is that you can go and you can, if you have to make something for like in front of a binder or something like that, you can always go and get the clip art of a Mickey head, Mickey silhouette, and insert it into your pictures that you have if you have to make up, or on a slideshow. Anything. People probably won't notice, but you can tell them later on, and it'd be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I think that's all our tips and tricks for today.
Yeah, hope we helped you find a little bit of magic in your workplace. Okay, and as always, don't forget to check for our blogs each week on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And check out our video next week. We're going to be talking about how to bring the magic to your family gatherings, like birthday parties and events like Memorial Day coming up.
4th of July.
Okay, so make sure you check in for that video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe the videos, and so that you can get it all the time, all the ways to bring the magic to your ordinary life.
And if you think someone else would enjoy this video, make sure you share the video on Facebook and Twitter. And so that's all for today. So until next time, have a magical day.